All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back. So, today we are going to get into the case of Harmony Montgomery. You're okay, Julie. Daughter was trying to be quiet. So, we're just going to give it a few minutes. I did start about 5 minutes early. But this is going to be about an hour or more um, conversation. We need to get the word out on this little girl. So I don't know if everybody's already watched the press conference. I have not. I have just skimmed through it. So we're going to start with the press conference first, and then we're going to get into some facts that we know. Okay. So bear with me. We are going to share this here. All right.
Captain Sean Layton. Captain Layton is the commander of the investigative division here at the Manchester Police Department, and he is leading all investigative matters for the police department. All right, I want to begin by thanking all of you for coming today. Your continued interest in locating 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery is appreciated and is essential to this investigation. As you know, more than 2 years has passed since Harmony was last seen. That puts us at a disadvantage, and the public's help is greatly needed. That being said, we are announcing today the creation of a dedicated tip line for this case. As you can see in the boards in front of me, that number is 603-203-6060. I say again, 603-203-6060. That phone number will be manned by one of our juvenile detectives 24/7. Tips can come in by phone or by text, either one. This will not be an extension that sends callers immediately to a voicemail. This will be monitored by a detective at all times so we can gather tips and act on them immediately. In addition to that phone number I just mentioned, the Manchester Crime Line is offering $2,500 reward, the most allowed through that organization for tips that lead to Harmony being found. Normally, Crime Line rewards are for information regarding crimes. I'd like to emphasize that the Crime Line has made an exception and has generously made that exception for this missing child case. Additionally, local businessmen Dick Anignos and Arthur Sullivan have also offered $10,000 for tips that lead to Harmony being found. I want to personally thank the Crime Line, Mr. Anignos and Mr. Sullivan for their generous actions on behalf of finding Harmony. I cannot emphasize enough how important any and all tips are. Even if you believe you saw this little girl a year ago or 2 years ago, please call in. Knowing where she was can help us narrow down where she is now. The Manchester Police Department is working with DCYF as well as the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in every effort to locate Harmony. That tip line again is 603-203-6060. And again, it can receive phone calls and text messages. Please share this information and utilize it. I'm appealing to everyone. Help us find this little girl. Someone knows something. Do what is right and call in. I cannot emphasize that enough. Somebody out there knows something. It's time for people to do the right thing. I cannot say it enough. I cannot emphasize it enough. Someone needs to call in, do the right thing, and provide us information on where Harmony may be. Again, that number is 603-203-6060. Help us find Harmony. At this time, I'll open up to questions, but please understand I will not be discussing details of the investigation. Before I do that, I want to publicly thank Captain Sean Layton and his detectives that have been working around the clock, nonstop, on this investigation. And they will continue to do so until we bring this to the resolution that we all want, and that is locating Harmony. All right? Let me finish, please. Okay? So with that, I'll take a question. Yeah, we were at that address, and that was in connection with Harmony's case. Okay. What's important to note that the current homeowner, and I want to emphasize this, the current homeowner at that address has no involvement in this case, other than to say that homeowner is being extremely cooperative, and I ask that you respect her privacy and anybody's privacy that lives in that residence. Okay. They They are not involved in this investigation, other than the fact that they are cooperating and assisting us where they can. And I'll emphasize again, I understand that this case has generated a lot of interest, okay, and people in our community are generally concerned about this child's well-being, as are we, as are the police department and the community as a whole. But we ask people, don't play detective, okay? Don't play police officer. That is our job. That's the men and women's job that work under Captain Layton. People going on social media and circulating their opinions or their theories do nothing for this investigation, and are no good and are no helpful in trying to locate Harmony. I ask that you leave that work to where it belongs, and it belongs to the Manchester Police Department. Any other questions? I'm not going to comment on.
Sorry. Unfortunately, I can't hear the questions that the press are asking. I don't have my headphones in. So I'm hoping that maybe if you guys had headphones in, you could hear the questions that the press are asking.
Who we've individually spoken to, other than tell you that we have spoken with many, many family members of Harmony, and we will continue to do so as part of the investigation. It seems like a reasonable conclusion to draw, Steve. Other than, I'll reemphasize that we continue to communicate and speak with many, many family members, and I'll take you back to the fact that we're 2 years behind the power curve, all right, in where Harmony should have been, all right, and who she should have been with. She's not with them, and that's why we're doing this, okay, and that's why I'll continue to hone in and emphasize, say something, people, all right, people out in the community. I don't care who you're affiliated with or who you associate with or what good you think you may be doing by not saying anything. It's time to be an adult, and it's time to remember that we're talking about a 7-year-old girl. And if that was your child, my child, their child, they would want somebody to do the right thing. So quite frankly, enough is enough. It's a 7-year-old girl. Let's find her, all right? Let's come together as a community and do the right thing. That's all I'm asking. And I don't think I'm asking a lot. If people think that I am, then I'll leave it at that. Yeah. That address on the west side you're referring to? Yes. At one point, Harmony was seen at that address. And that's why we had some interest in it yesterday, and if we need to continue to have interest in that address, we will. I'm not going to get into the details of the calls for service that took place at that residence because I do not want to impede any part of the investigation. My guess is you understand that.
Chief, where was she supposed to be over the last couple of years? Hampshire, Massachusetts, the father, with the mom.
Again, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not getting into the specifics of where she should have been or who she should have been with, other than to tell you that where she should have been and who she should have been with, she's not with those people, and she's not at that location. I just checked with one of Captain Layton's detectives before I came down. We're right around about 24, 25 calls that have come in, and Captain Layton's detectives simultaneously to conducting many other investigative matters. They're also diving into those tips as they come in, screening them out, determining the validity, and prioritizing those tips as they come in. Yeah, it's a little low, but I think a lot of it has to do with where us, you, the community, the public, we're 2 years behind, right? And that's why if we have to stand up here every day, and that's why I need your help and your peers in the room to get this picture out as far as a net as we can cast. And Let's see where it brings us. I'm not going to comment on that at this time. No. Until somebody shows me something that she's not, we are in a mode, and I emphasized this morning. The two gentlemen behind me can testify to that. All right, I'm in rescue mode right now. All right, this is not a recovery. We are, all efforts are focused on that Harmony is alive, and we are going to do everything we can to find her in that condition. Until somebody shows me something that points that she's not, then that may change my attitude or my perception on this. But for now, we have to operate under the assumption that she is alive and well somewhere, and somebody knows something. So again, to those out there listening to me or are tired of hearing my voice about this, too bad. Time to do the right thing and call in and start giving some legitimate information on where Harmony may be. Go ahead.
Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, wow. So, 2 years she has not been seen, at least by her mom and her mom's family. Her mama's name is Crystal. She goes by Chris. And dad's name is Adam. And now she was 5 the last time she was seen by her mom, I'm assuming. She is blind in her right eye. Her dad, she was to be in the custody of her dad, Adam. And according to Chris or Crystal, she said that that Adam, the dad, would not allow Crystal to see or talk to Harmony in over 2 years. This little girl has not been registered in New Hampshire for school under her name and her last name, Montgomery. And it's just a crying shame to see that DCYF, or whatever they want to call themselves, Children Protective Services, did nothing until now. Actually, heartbreaking, actually. Okay, so we're gonna, whoops, just a minute here. I just gotta find another. This one does not. So we're just gonna look at some posts here. I did not play the whole press conference. I could not hear the questions that were being answered. I'm just going to share my screen with another little quick video. Where'd it go? Is it that one? Oh, don't be that.
I'm appealing to everyone. Help us find this little girl.
The little girl is Harmony Montgomery of Manchester, New Hampshire. She was last seen in October 2019, 2 years ago, but was just reported missing to police last Friday when they got a call from the Division of Youth and Family Services.
I'm not getting into the specifics of where she should have been or who she should have been with, other than to tell you that where she should have been and who she should have been with, she's not with those people, and she's not at that location.
Investigators not disclosing much more than that they're interviewing family members and hoping these photos from 2 years ago will help bring Harmony home. On Twitter, a woman claiming to be Harmony's mother says the girl was last with her father and begging for help finding her daughter. On Sunday, police searched a home in Manchester, which reportedly used to belong to the father's family. Tax records show it was foreclosed the summer of 2019. The new owner was cleared after cooperating with police in hopes of finding any clues as to what happened to the little girl and if she's still alive.
I'm in rescue mode right now. All right, this is not a recovery. We are, all efforts are focused on that Harmony is alive.
These photos, the most recent anyone has, are 2 years old. Harmony is now 7 and has a vision issue requiring glasses. Even hardened investigators turning emotional, talking about such a strange case.
You know, it's a 7-year-old girl. Somewhere out there, this little girl is, in need of help.
She's cute.
Yeah, this is a case that is gaining a lot of traction. I'll tell you this too. At this point in the case, the FBI has been briefed on it. They're standing by, but they have not been called in to assist just yet. Right now, it's about 30 to 35 detectives working round the clock on this case. As of today, that reward money for finding her has reached almost $13,000. And Marnie, at this point, an Amber Alert has not been issued for Harmony.
Missing for 2 years.
Yeah. Okay, let me get out of that one here. Sorry, guys. What the heck is going on? There we go. So, 2 years. She's not in school. She is no longer at the address that she was last known at. This is, I'll show you Dad's Facebook page here. Oh, no, this is not Dad's Facebook page. Hang on, I do have it. You can close that out. Before we get to the Facebook page, now Harmony does have a brother, Jameson, who was already adopted out, actually by a person, or family that the husband or the wife is in news. Oh, where the heck did it? Sorry. I had these all opened, ready to go, like always. Oh, there, maybe this is the one. Okay, let me share my screen again. For those who are just coming in, welcome. Come on in. We are talking about Harmony Montgomery. She is now 7 and possibly has been missing since 2019. She was last known to be in the custody of her father, Adam Montgomery. However, from what I can gather, Harmony has not been enrolled in school in the New Hampshire system. So whether she is under another last name or she is in maybe another state. So she should be in at least grade, I would say, 2. Also, Harmony is blind in the right eye and does wear glasses. What else? Mom has not seen her since October of 2019, from what I understand, as Dad would not let her see or talk to her daughter, from what we understand. Now, I mean, that could be totally untrue. I'm just going by what the mom, Crystal, has said. All right. Did I share my screen? Oh. All right. Share that. And then we're going to go here. Close that out. Close that out. And we're going to listen to an article.
Uncle of missing girl says family feuded the last time he saw her alive. By Pilar Melendez. She looked scared. New Hampshire police revealed the child has not been seen for 2 years, but her uncle told the Daily Beast he'd tried in 2019 to get authorities to help her. The last time that Kevin Montgomery says he saw his great niece, Harmony, she looked like a scared puppy. The terrified look on the then 5-year-old's face appeared during a contentious situation at the Manchester, New Hampshire house Montgomery shared with several family members, including Harmony and her parents. The October 2019 incident, which Montgomery said included him trying to push through the front door when he wasn't allowed in, resulted in a call to the police and a divide in the family. Montgomery says the incident prompted his nephew, Harmony's father, to stop all communication with a slew of other family members, including blocking some of them on social media. Then the pandemic hit, and I just assumed Harmony and that side of the family was okay. I was worried, of course, but assumed everything was okay because I had not heard anything, Montgomery, 43, told the Daily Beast on Monday. But New Hampshire authorities say that Harmony hasn't been seen since October 2019, and was only reported missing last week. On December 31st, the Manchester Police Department put out a missing child alert after learning of her years-long disappearance, and launched an investigation to find the 4-foot-tall girl who should be wearing glasses and is blind in her right eye. The Manchester Mayor's Chief of Staff Lauren Smith told the Daily Beast that the office received an email last week, primarily regarding concerns with the New Hampshire Division for Children, Youth and Families, DCYF, in connection to Harmony. The email, which Smith admitted was slightly vague on details, was ultimately forwarded to the Manchester Police Department. For us to have a 2-year delay, that is extremely concerning, Police Chief Alan Aldenburg said on Friday while announcing an investigation into Harmony's disappearance. That's not something that happens to us on a regular basis. It doesn't happen every day. Since the New Year's Eve missing child alert, Aldenburg said that his department has been working non-stop to find Harmony alongside DCYF in the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. On Sunday, investigators also searched a property on Guilford Street that once belonged to a member of the Montgomery family. City assessor records indicate the home was sold in 2020. By Monday, authorities announced a combined $12,500 reward for information about Harmony's whereabouts, as well as a 24-hour tip line for the case that is still being investigated as a missing persons case. I am in rescue mode right now. This is not a recovery. All efforts are focused on that Harmony is alive, until somebody points to me that proves that she is not. We have to operate under the assumption that she is alive, Aldenburg said during an impassioned speech during a press conference. Help us find this little girl. Someone knows something. Do what is right and call in. I cannot emphasize this enough. Someone out there knows something. The chief, who said that 35 investigators are on the case, added Monday that many of Harmony's family members have also been interviewed in an attempt to fill in the blanks as to what happened over the last 2 years. Aldenburg declined to comment on details of those conversations but noted that nobody has been officially cleared in the investigation. Harmony's mother, cries Renee Sori, also took to Facebook to plead for information to help solve the mysterious case. Another woman, who identified herself as Harmony's older cousin, wrote on social media that the 7-year-old was known to be in the custody of her father. Harmony mommy's coming for you, I promise, and I will never let you go. Hang on, baby, Sori wrote in her post alongside photos of the blonde-haired girl. Police have not released any information about Harmony's parents, and have not confirmed the claim that Harmony had been in her father's custody. Montgomery, however, told the Daily Beast that Sori met with authorities today for a polygraph and DNA test. Sori did not respond to a request for comment. Harmony's great-uncle admits he has accepted the grim reality that he may never see her alive again, and says he had been worried about the child's safety for years. Montgomery
years.
told the Daily
You should have
Beast
called.
that he called DCYF on Harmony's behalf in July 2019 after he saw that she had a black eye, but, he says, nothing happened. 3 months later, on October 19, 2019, he says he called the police to the house where his nephew, Harmony's father, and other family members lived. During that intense and chaotic situation, the last time, he says, that he saw his great niece, Harmony, was quiet. She wasn't saying much. She looked scared, Montgomery added. The Manchester Police Department declined the Daily Beast's request for comment, but Oldenburg has previously said Harmony was last seen at a home in the city after police responded to an October 2019 service call. A spokesperson for DHHS declined to comment on Montgomery's claim that he had flagged the child's case for the agency, stating that state and federal law requires us to protect the confidentiality of children and families served by and individuals engaged with the Division for Children, Youth and Families. Several neighbors also told WMUR they had previously complained to city officials about the conditions of the house Harmony was last seen in. At the time, however, they were told nothing could be done. I thought she was a nice, quiet little girl, one neighbor told the outlet. It's kind of sad because no kid deserves that. Nobody does. Oldenburg on Monday declined to go into details into the investigation, but previously noted that the last time Harmony was enrolled in school was in Massachusetts. He added that the case is a priority for the department and they are doing everything in their power to figure out the timeline of Harmony's last 2 years. I cannot emphasize enough how important any and all tips are, the chief added. Knowing where she was can help us narrow down where she is now. And while Montgomery says he doesn't know what happened to Harmony, or who ultimately called the police to report her missing, he believes the mystery behind his great niece's disappearance could have been avoided if authorities had taken his pleas seriously. We just want to know the truth, Montgomery added. We have been in contact with the Manchester Police Department and we will do whatever it takes to get answers.
All right. Wow. So, the last time, so I understand COVID. I get that. CB. So she was enrolled in school, from what I can get from that. Sorry, I'm just getting back to chat, see if anybody's okay. So, could they not look if she was enrolled in they said Manchester or Massachusetts? Whatever school division, would they not have a current teacher, a current address, current phone number? Yeah, I would check that way. It may not get them anywhere because it could mean they could not be living or have changed their number or and such. But I mean, I would think I would want to start somewhere around that way. If she was in school at the age of 5 and 6, and even now. So we're just going to switch over to Twitter here in a minute. I got a couple of things from the Nerdy Addict, who is very good at what he does. That's another one that's missing. Jesus. All these kids missing. I just don't do. All right. I should have left it open. God damn it. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's close that one. I just gotta make sure I'm closing the right ones. Ones I've already covered with you, because I don't want to close the wrong one. Okay, so we got the we have a reward. And it's at what? 13,000, 1,200, and 12,000. So 1,200. No, 12,000 and 500. 12,500. so far. And the tip line is you can either phone it in or text it in, which is awesome. FBI are not involved at this moment, but are basically, I say, on standby in case. All right. So, yes, I remember reading this. Okay. So it says Harmony has spent much of her early life in foster care, where she looked out for her younger brother, Jameson. So the boy's father and a DC-based reporter, so somebody had adopted Jameson, and they did not adopt Harmony, as I guess she was already back with family, or had been reunited with her family. Okay, so the person that adopted Jameson, his name is Blair Miller, and he is a DC-based reporter for Cox Media Group. And he says by the time Miller adopted Jameson in 2019, he said state officials told him that Harmony had been reunited with her father. Despite the sibling separation, Jameson often talks about his sister and recently said that a girl at a park reminded him of her. Although Miller and his husband have frequently asked Jameson's mother, Crystal, if they could connect with Harmony, Miller said she was always responded that Harmony was in her father's custody in New Hampshire. Crystal often seemed worried about her daughter and frequently said she could not reach. Hang on, let me read that again. Crystal often seemed worried about her daughter and frequently said she could not reach her. Okay, so Miller couldn't reach her. He said that he and his husband recently made their own effort to reach Harmony's father through social media, but did not hear back. Manchester's Mayor Joyce Craig office received an email last week expressing concerns about Harmony and the state Division for Children, Youth and Families, according to Lauren Smith, the mayor's chief of staff. She said her office responded and sent the information it received to Manchester Police. So there is no Amber Alert in her disappearance because police don't have enough information about who she may be with or a vehicle that she might be in. New Hampshire guidelines direct police to issue Amber Alerts only when they suspect that the child has been abducted by a stranger or by a parent who is showing signs that they intend to do harm to the child. Police have discussed the case with the FBI, which is not investigating. So the FBI are not investigating. The New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services, which oversees the divisions for children and families, declined to answer questions about the case. Well, of course they did. They always do. We're understaffed. We have too many caseloads. Well, it's called hire more people. Ask for, I don't know. I'm a daughter. I'm kind of glad. I mean, we're in Canada here, and we have the same issues as the states do, and stuff. And for the longest time, my daughter wanted to be a vet tech or a veterinarian because she just loves animals. But my daughter's all about the almighty dollar. She likes to make money. So she's now in school for social work. And I told her if she doesn't want to get into this part of social work, she wants to kind of get her master's. But anyhow, I said, even if she started out like this, I said, please, if you get a case of a missing child, please don't put it on the back burner, you know. But anyhow, she's only 18, so she just started college. All right, enough about that. Harmony is described as white. She's 4 feet tall and approximately 50 pounds. Blonde hair, blue eyes, and glasses. She is blind in her right eye. Although more than 2 years have passed since Harmony has disappeared, police department is operating under the assumption that she is alive. God, let's hope. And it seems that he doesn't want internet sleuths involved on this case, but I'm sorry, Mr. Officer, that's not going to stop us. We're here to help find, and if we can help find, then we will report. If I can't find anything that I can't report, then I don't report. As simple as that. Okay, so what does this one here? So Crystal, which is the mother, she also goes by Chris. She hasn't seen her. Apparently, according to her, she says that the New Hampshire DCY app failed her daughter, and she herself have filed dozens of reports of abuse and neglect. Goes here. In the series of posts, Crystal insists that she has been trying to locate her daughter since her initial disappearance. In all caps, she wrote, "Myself and her family have filed dozens of reports of abuse and neglect, and nothing was done until I called the police and wrote a letter to the New Hampshire mayor." So Crystal herself took it upon herself, as a mother would, and wrote a letter to the mayor because she was not getting answers from the Department of Children's Services. Good for you, Crystal. That's smart. So Crystal was referring to the Manchester, New Hampshire mayor, Joyce Craig. She said she received an email in December, primarily regarding issues with the follow-up on Harmony's case from the Division of Child, Youth, and Families. But the mayor's office did not confirm if Crystal was the one that sent the letter. I don't understand that. I'm calling on all my guardian angels to surround my baby and keep her safe and bring her home to me and her brothers. Crystal also posted with a photo collage of Harmony and some of her siblings. Do I see that? That doesn't show me. Yes, that's my squeaky wheel again. In one comment, she said that she was not yet allowed to say more about the details of her disappearance, and that she would not share information that would interfere in the investigation. In another post, she had asked those on her profile to keep watch for Harmony's father, Adam. It is not clear if Adam is connected to Harmony's disappearance or what his current relationship is with Crystal. Along with the photos of Harmony and information about the disappearance, Crystal also called out a bully who had argued with her in the comments of a post. She labeled him an irrelevant loser. Okay. And then the post, I'll read you the post that this person wrote. I appreciated if my family and I would have my back and put this irrelevant loser blank bully in his place. My daughter is missing, and this is what people are focusing on. Throwing my past on the front street and trying to make it look like I don't care. I will say for the last time. And then it's all in capital. That DCYF had failed her daughter, herself, and her family have filed dozens of reports, and nothing was done until I called police and wrote a letter to the mayor. That's pretty, like, why, I just pray that she is found and that maybe DFY, I don't know, child services there. Oh, all right. Let me get out of this one here because it's just kind of frustrating me. Now, I did. Let me just go find it. So this is Adam. I'll show you my screen. So this is the father of Harmony. There's Harmony. Now this is back in 2017. He does have a few Facebook profiles. So there's Adam. This is in 2016. I don't know who that is. Maybe that's where he works by the looks of it. Last one. 2016. Looks kind of scary there. Now, I'm not sure if this is Crystal with him. It is 2015. Let me see if I can see. Doesn't really. There looks like to be Harmony when she was a little one. Aw, Daddy's little girl. Okay, fun times when you're going to need a shotgun when she grows up. Nothing else. Putting that. Boston. Oh, wait, go back there. Goddamn, looking handsome. Okay. All right, there is another one. Let me go back. Oh. That's not. Oh, there's the other one. Now, this one is from 2021. And there's nothing on it. And last post of a profile picture was October 3rd. of 2021, and the only picture he has is that one. Now he has a teardrop. Isn't that a symbol for something? For killing somebody in prison or killing, I don't know. I could be wrong. And it looks like his baby, so this was May. Okay, well, he put this up in May. Oh, the pity. Oh, they're so gentle. Okay. But that is that one. I know there's another one. Just give me a quick second to see if I can find it. Is that it? No, that's a totally different person. Sorry, guys. Poor guy. Let's see if we can find her. Okay, so this was a crime story. This is on Facebook. Let me share my, so you can see, or maybe you were already seeing. Shit, sorry guys. Well, I'll do it again. Share, and I was here. All right. It says, update. Mom of Harmony Montgomery claims she reported abuse and neglect before girl's disappearance. Okay. Oh, isn't she sweet? Look how sweet that she is. Well, I hope somebody, okay. Okay, so this is the older cousin. A report was made 2 years ago. Okay, we've already gone through all that. Here's the POA. I thought there was another video in here, but I could have been wrong. All right. Okay, so Nerdy Attic had some stuff out too, but now I can't. Maybe I already used it. I don't know. Okay, I must have gone too far down. In any case, guys, this little girl is missing. She is now 7. And allegedly she was 5 when she was last seen. Her great uncle Kevin last seen her, and she had a black eye. And since then, the father Adam blocked everybody on social media that was pertaining to his daughter. So let's pray and hope that somebody will come forward and bring some light to this case. And let's get her reunited, hopefully with her mom or a very loving family member. Because I don't want to see, it's already been 2 years that no one has seen her. And I feel it's time for something to come to light. and her to be reunited. So please share this around. Once again, she is now 7. Last known whereabouts basically was in New Hampshire. And let's hope she's still there. All right, guys, that's all I have for right now. If something was to come to light, I will go live, or I will make a little video, depending on what it is. So, guys, until next time, sorry. Thank you for being here with me. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to see some more, please hit that red subscribe button. Until next time, guys, stay safe, and I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.